welcome to another episode of Die Rollin.
Yay!
And we're here today to talk to you about a board game.
Yes, a board game that has consistently been in my top 5 of board games now for a number of years.
What are your top 5 board games, Jamie?
Well, along my top 5 is, I'm going to say it, Arcadia Quest,
Okay.
Imperial Assault, Mansions of Madness, Scythe, that's 4,
Okay.
and Unfair.
I'm really surprised because I thought Godfather would be in there.
Do you know what? I like Godfather and I played it enough, but I think if we're talking about my top 5 of all time so far, it's probably 6. I think it's probably going to boot Arcadia Quest out actually.
Okay.
I played Arcadia Quest recently and I was very disappointed.
It takes so long to set up.
Yeah.
It's a fun game. So we're here to talk today about Unfair.
Yes, a cool mini or not, created by Good Games Publishing.
Correct.
So so Unfair is a card building game where you effectively are building a theme park. And no, it is not a deck builder game. Technically it is. It's not a deck builder game because it has a board. So
No, I think we need to talk about what a deck builder is. It's you're building a tableau of cards basically, and it's good fun. So we're going to get to the table and give it a proper review.
yes.
Well, that game was unfair.
It was Unfair. Boom. So
Just add a kind of drum roll in there, Will, yeah? Just the... So
You're
unfair.
done now.
I'm
You're
done now, yeah, that was me.
You're done, right, okay. So we've just played a game of Unfair. Ooh, great. And I won. Yes. Not very often.
Not that we're keeping scores or anything.
No, but if we were, I think so far, you and I are fairly level on wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Will plays his hand too, so he always...
Even in this game, straight off the bat, the first gotcha card he kicks
Straight in
out.
there.
Gotcha.
Just riding everybody up.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Unfair, Jamie. Tell us about Unfair.
So Unfair is a game for around 2 to 5 players. It is around 14 plus ages and it takes around 25 minutes per player, which is about spot on. It took us about an hour and 15 minutes to play.
Mm-hmm.
You basically pick your theme decks of cards that you want to play. You shuffle them in together, and what you're trying to do is build basic attractions like roller coasters or cinemas or hotels into your theme park. You're trying to get the most money at the end of the game. The person with the most money wins.
Just like real life.
Just like real life. The nice thing about the game and the big thing that the publisher Good Game Publishing have done is that they've given you card derivatives, so that if you didn't want to have a gotcha element, you can say, I don't want to play the gotcha game card.
Which is good because you can play this with, although it says ages 14 plus, you can play this with younger players, and getting rid of that gotcha element sometimes helps.
And this game for me was a massive success when it came out. It was one of the games that really got me into to alternative board games. It was one of my first Kickstarters. And actually, weirdly, I had a really bad experience at first when it came out.
You did, didn't you? Yes.
Yeah, and testament to the people at Good Games Publishing, because they sorted it out straight away, and they got me the cards that were missing and misprinted. And not only did they give me those, they gave me a full set of cards that all look brilliant and all look fantastic quality. Like 10 out of 10 to those guys. But in terms of gameplay, it's a fantastic game. It's one that we regularly bring to the table. One of the members of my board game group went and bought it because they played it and said, I must have a copy of this game. So for me, I'm already biased into it, but I just love this game. So
yeah, and for me, like, it's a really unique game because there's not many theme park based. I mean, there are some theme park based games out there. But yeah, this one's great. It feels fun. It's really easy to pick up. You could play it with your family. You could play it competitively. You can just have fun at work lunch time, right?
Yeah.
Which we often do with this kind of thing. But yeah, great game. Really enjoy it. What's more to say, really? What don't you like about the game, Jamie?
I have to say that I've sleeved this game, and I sleeved this game because the cards were starting after a few plays to get a little bit tatty. So when the cards are sleeved, and it does become quite a higher game to play, and so sometimes you'll find that the theme park cards are falling off and other bits and pieces. So that's quite frustrating, and I wish that that when they brought it, they'd thought about how when you're playing the game, if you've got them sleeved, how you can do that. Some of the cards, the gotcha cards, I'm not a fan of. Like,
yeah, I think that's my only real criticism of the game. The gotcha cards can be leave a bit of a bad taste in your mouth, really, right? Because you are building your own little tableau, you're kind of doing your own little thing, and then someone just closes all your rides down and or poaches your favourite staff member or something.
Because you've only got so many rounds to do stuff in, and it's only really towards the back end rounds that you really are getting money making, depending on how you play it. And so when someone like Will comes along and they play cards that like close your most profitable rides, or they're basically knocking out any additions and upgrades that you put into place, that can be really frustrating because all of the icons at the end help towards your end of round scoring, which is your point.
Yeah, I always enjoy when you say about Will and how you're really upset because but Jamie is also one of the people who relishes playing those cards with other people, but hates it when people like play. And he normally plays it on Will and then gets really upset with Will when he plays stuff back. But yeah, I agree with you. That we said earlier that you can basically remove some of these cards as well to get rid of that gotcha element. So it's only a minor point with this really, because I guess with this really you do need a way to interact with the other players at the table, and the gotcha element kind of does that.
Yeah, and I think you can play it quite inclusive, or you can play it outwardly, and it has all of those elements. Like, we're massive theme park fans in our family. If you've seen
not our family,
not our family, but if you've seen my Life in the Middle channel, you'll see that we regularly visit UK theme parks and theme parks abroad. So for me, love this game. Really, I don't know another game that's similar or like it. And I always find difficult to cast comparisons. So really love it. Think it's fantastic. Have very little in negative things to say about it, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I agree. What component do you want to get out of the board game to? Do you want to get the dice, or because normally what we do when we do a review, we don't just go, oh, it's 3 out of 5 stars. No. We just pick components out of the board game.
Let's go with the poker chips, right? Because they go from 125 to 5. 25.
The components in the game are lovely as well. You get a nice little plastic miniature of some people on a fairground ride to push your turn.
So we got a 1, we got a 5, we got a 25, we got
125.
So you go first.
Cool. You gonna pick the same one?
No.
So I've gone for 25. So it's not the best game, I think, but it's. I like games which are a little heavier, I guess. But yeah, it's a great game if you like the theme, if you like this style of game. definitely one worth to pick up. I'm glad Jamie has a copy of this, so that I don't have to have a copy of this. I can just play whatever I want with him. But yeah, a good game. Not the best game I played, but it's definitely up there. It's really good.
Cool. For me, it's very rare I give top marks, but this is a top mark game for me. This is 125 out of all the available points that are available, and more. Fantastic game. Top marks for me. Don't know another game like it. Never get bored of it. I never find it old. I never dislike playing it.
Yeah, and there's also expansions and stuff for this game as well, right?
Yeah,
so it's very expandable. You can add lots of things in.
So there's some new theme packs, which is going to add some new game derivatives coming soon. Literally, they're launching and they're being delivered out in the next few weeks. So hopefully on this channel we'll do a comparison between the base game versus the expansions and what difference that actually made.
Sounds good. So we should sign off right now, right?
Yeah. So you've been watching Die Rollin.
Yeah.
If you want to catch up with us on our social media channels, make sure you hop along to our Instagram page.
Facebook and YouTube, and I'm on Twitter.
Occasionally.
Now and again.
Yeah, and when you're on YouTube, please make sure you click that subscribe button somewhere along so that you keep up to date with all the latest board game happenings in our world, not necessarily in the entire world.